Welcome, everyone, to this 60-minute Vinyasa yoga practice. My name is Lisa. For those of you who don't know me, welcome to class. For those of you who do know me and have practiced with me before, welcome back. Today's practice, Vinyasa in particular, is going to be about moving in a special way, and that special way is combining movement with the breath. So we will use the inhales and exhales to support us both into the asanas themselves, as well as while we're in there, we'll look at experiencing maybe lengthening or opening in a new way via utilizing the breath. And the idea with this class is going to be to open yourself up to maybe new ideas or new experiences. So I invite you to find yourself in a comfortable seat. You might take a block and just sit on the block, particularly if you feel any tension in the hips or any discomfort in the low back. You can plop the block underneath your sits bones. Otherwise, you can just find yourself in a comfortable, maybe cross-legged position, if that feels comfortable. And then inhale to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale, you can close down your eyes. And take a moment to settle into this seated position. Notice if there are any muscles tensed around your hips, in the legs, in the thighs. If you are holding your knees up, can you allow those muscles to relax? The knees, the thighs, the lower legs to settle into the mat. Notice if you're holding your shoulders up, can you allow them to soften down away from your ears? Allow the shoulder blades to settle alongside your spine. Press down firmly with your sits bones into the earth or support beneath you. At the same time, you lengthen through the crown of your head to find a tall spine. And begin to become aware of your breath. Notice your natural inhales and natural exhales. And notice where your breath travels to. Feel the air touch the skin just below your nose as you draw that fresh new oxygen in. Through the nostrils, it travels down the back of your throat, into the chest, maybe deep down into your belly. And as you exhale, you can observe the reverse direction. All of that air is released. And I invite you to take a moment to cultivate your Ujai breath. So that slight constriction at the back of your throat. If you're familiar, you can begin now. If you're not, then I'll just give it a little bit of an explanation. So Ujai breath or ocean breath is performed by constricting the muscles at the back of the throat as if you're fogging up a mirror. This is the sound that'll be created. And at first, you likely only hear it on the exhalation. Over time, maybe you can begin to hear it both on the in and out breath. So it sounds like this. And eventually you can keep the mouth closed as you inhale and exhale through the nose. Constrict the muscles at the back of your throat to create that ocean breath. And maintain connection with this breath throughout your practice today. At any point, if the mind starts to wander, if you get distracted while you're in a pose, if you feel yourself becoming weak or distraught, perhaps you're simply off in a story about the past or thinking about the future, you can gently just bring your awareness back to your breath. Bring your hands together, center of your heart. Thumbs gently touch your sternum. And the invitation here is to set an intention for your practice. Whatever it is that speaks true to you. Create a positive present tense statement. And repeat it to yourself 3 times. An example might be, as it relates to our class, I am open and accepting of all new experiences that come my way. After you've repeated your intention 3 times, you can release it, allow it to drop into the pool of your practice. Bow your head towards your hands. And inhale to raise your head up. You can start to flutter the eyes open, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Keep the palms touching. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows, reach the shoulder blades alongside the spine, reach the elbows down, and then straighten your arms, bring the hands behind you, interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders back, breathe in. You can open the chest up. And then release the fingers, sweep them out in front of you, bring the fingers to interlace in front, and exhale to round the spine, draw the navel in. Inhale, arms reach up, palms touch. You can look up. And then bend the elbows, release the hands. Exhale, hands come around behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, you can look up. And then release the hands, bring them all the way in front of you, palms face towards you. As you exhale, pull the shoulder blades away from one another. Draw everything in towards the center. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, squeeze as if you're pulling the blinds down from a window. Hands reach down around behind you, interlace the fingers, draw your shoulders back, breathe in. And then exhale. Hands come around in front, draw everything in. Try to push your spine behind you. Last time, just like this. This time, breathe in, sweep the arms up, palms can touch. And then exhale, bring them through heart center. Roll over onto your knees, bring the palms to the mat, set up in a tabletop position. Hips are just over your knees, shoulders, the tip of the shoulders just above the creases of your wrists. Spread the fingers wide, press down through the base of the fingers, and then draw the tailbone slightly under. See if you can find a neutral spine. Feel the abdominals start to engage. And then tuck your toes under, come onto the balls of the feet, press into your palms, and then lift your knees just to hover above the mat, about 1 inch above the mat. And then exhale, lower the knees back down. Untuck the toes. Send your tailbone up and back as you breathe in. You can send your belly down to the mat. You can look up. And then exhale, tuck the chin round through the upper back, middle back, lower back, into your cat. Come back to neutral position as you breathe in. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees, just hover them above the mat. Stay here for one breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel the abdominals engage, the low back muscles engage. And then exhale, lower the knees down, untuck the toes. Send the tailbone up and back. Lower the belly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Round through the upper back, middle back, and lower back. Inhale, come back to neutral. Tuck the toes, balls of the feet. Inhale, lift the knees, hover one last time. One inhale and exhale here. Bottom of the exhale, lower the knees down, untuck the toes. Send the tailbone up and back. Inhale, arch. And then exhale, draw the chin in, push into the palms, separate the shoulders, round through the whole back. And then inhale back to a neutral position. Stay here for the breath out, and then send your right leg up and back as you inhale. And then if this feels okay, you can maybe add the left arm in, reach the left arm forward as you breathe in. And then reach through the left heel, the left fingertips and the right heel, as if you're being pulled in opposite directions. And then bend the right knee and reach the sole of the right foot up towards the ceiling, but without letting that right hip open. So engage the muscles on the back of your right thigh. Lift the right foot up a little bit more. And then exhale, lower the knee down, lower the left arm down. Inhale, the left leg up and back. Left toes flex in towards your shin, left heel reaches back. And then rotate the left toe down towards the mat. Spiral that outer left hip down towards the mat. Next breath in, you can reach your right arm forward, as if being pulled in opposite directions, palm faces in. And then bend the left knee. Engage the muscles on the back of the left leg to lift the left foot up a little bit higher. Next breath out, lower the left knee, lower the right hand down. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back, left arm forward, and then bend the knee. You can sweep the left arm around. If you can't reach the foot, you can just energetically draw the foot and the hand towards one another. If you can, maybe kick the foot into the hand and allow that kick of the hand to open the left shoulder. Maybe you look up towards the left shoulder, challenge your balance, press firmly down into your right hand. And then exhale to release, but extend the left arm forward, extend the right leg back as you breathe in. And then exhale, lower back down. Left leg reaches back as you breathe in. Right arm reaches forward. Bend the left knee. And then sweep that right arm around. Maybe you can take a hold of the foot. Maybe you just energetically reach the foot towards the hand towards the foot. If you have a hold of the foot, you can allow the foot to open that right shoulder up. Maybe you look up towards the right shoulder, or you can stay with the gaze looking down towards the mat. Notice if one side feels different than the other. That's quite normal. Next exhale, you can release, but extend the leg out, extend the arm out as you breathe in. And then exhale, slowly lower the knee down, lower the hand down. Next, inhale, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, hover them just above the mat. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs, send your hips back, find downward facing dog. So you can stay in stillness, or maybe you would like to pedal the feet out. Maybe you lift one heel, bend the knee as you lower the opposite foot down to the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Press down through the bases of your fingers, that first knuckle. And then push deeply into the hands. Allow the shoulders to come up towards the ears, but allow the neck to be soft. Spiral the outer part of your arms in. So as if you're trying to hide your armpits from your neighbors. Nice, and really push into the palms. Send the hips towards the back of the shala a little bit more. And as your next breath in, you can slowly start to walk yourself all the way to the front of your mat. Bring the feet to meet your hands. You can put a generous bend into your knees. Maybe you hold on to opposite elbows. You can rock from side to side. Maybe you nod the head yes, shake the head no. Release a hold of your elbows. Allow your hands to dangle and push into your feet. As you breathe in, slowly curl yourself up, one single vertebra at a time. Head and neck come up last. Bring your hands together, center of your heart. Next breath in, reach the arms up. Send the hips forward. Maybe you have a slight back bend here, and then exhale, hinge it forward, come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Palms can come to the shins, or you can keep your fingertips to the mat. And then exhale, fold. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Push into the feet. Round the spine as if you're unrolling your yoga mat onto the mat, or onto the floor rather. Inhale, curl yourself up. Unrolling, unraveling the spine vertebra by vertebra. Head and neck come up last. Bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. All the way down. Uttanasana, set the right leg back. Bring the back knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Hands to the mat. Step your left knee back. And as you exhale, lower the chest and chin to the mat. Breathe in, send your heart forward. Hips come down, elbows reach back. Plant the palms, tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward, back knee comes down, inhale, arms up. Hands to the mat, back foot comes forward to meet the front, breathe it all out as you fold. Push into your feet, inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Left foot steps back, back knee comes down, inhale, arms up. Hands to the mat, step your right knee back, lower your chest and chin down to the mat. Sweep your heart forward, hips come down, elbows reach back, breathe in. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, lift your hips, exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, back knee comes down, breathe in, arms up. Hands to the mat, step the back foot to meet the front and fold over as you breathe out. Push and inhale, sweep your arms up, look up. And exhale through heart center. One more time each side. Inhale, arms up, look up. Slight back bend, exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back, back knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Hands to the mat. Step your left foot back. You can come through chaturanga or stay with knees, chest, chin. As you breathe in, come through baby cobra or up dog, and then exhale to your downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, back knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Hands to the mat. Step your back foot forward and exhale, fold. Push and inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale through heart center. Last time on the left side. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold it forward. Left foot steps back, back knee comes down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hands to the mat. Right foot steps back through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. Back knee comes down. Inhale, arms up. Hands to the mat. Step the back foot to meet the front and fold as you breathe out. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Look up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Slight back bend if you wish. Exhale, fold forward. Sink the hips, sweep the fingertips. Inhale, bend your knees, find Utkatasana, chair pose, arms reach up. And then exhale, lower your hips down. A little bit more. Inhale, lift your heels, come onto the balls of your feet. Keep the hips as they are, and then exhale, lower the heels down. Keep your hips low. Inhale, heels lift, hips stay as they are, arms reach up. And exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift the heels up. And then send your hips down as slow as you can. Keep the knees drawing in towards one another. Hips come to the heels, and then push into the balls of the feet. Come back up. And exhale, lower. Come up only halfway as you can. Lower as low as you can. Push and inhale, lift up. If you need to lower your heels down, if you need to not come as low, that's okay. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lower the knees all the way, or heels all the way down. And then lower the knees down. You can take a block and place it to either side of your feet. Otherwise, place your right hand down to the ground. As you breathe in, send your hips forward, reach your left arm up, look up. And then exhale, lower the hips towards the heels, sweep the hands all the way around. Left arm to the other side, breathe in, hips forward, right arm up. And exhale, lower. 2 more times each side, left hand down, send the hips forward, right arm up, breathe in, and exhale, lower. Left side, inhale. And exhale. Last time. Send your hips as much forward as they can comfortably go. Engage the glutes. Send them a little bit more forward. This time, send the hips back towards the heels. As you breathe in, lift the knees up, come back into your toe squat. Balance here. And then exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Push into your feet. Inhale, curl yourself up. One single vertebra at a time. Come all the way up to standing. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold. Sink the hips, sweep the fingertips. Inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Lift your heels up. And then exhale, lower the hips towards the heels. Keep the arms up, come all the way into your toe squat. Lower the knees down, continue your breath out. Right hand down, inhale, hips forward, left arm up. And then exhale, lower left hand over towards the left side. Push into the knees, inhale, right arm up. And then exhale, lower the hips down, come back to center. Inhale, knees lift, come into toe squat. See if you can do it both knees at a time. Momentum is fine. And then exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Push into the feet, inhale, curl yourself up. All the way up. Come back to Tadasana, bringing your hands together. Maybe you close down the eyes. Return back to your Ujai Breath. Maybe you return back to your intention if you set one at the beginning. Next breath in, you can reach the arms up. Maybe you flutter the eyes open. And exhale, fold forward. Place the hands to the mat or to blocks. You can bring your blocks down in front of you. Send weight into your right foot. And as you inhale, send your left leg all the way up. Find your standing split. So you can allow that left hip to open if that feels good. Try to reach the left foot as high as it can go. You can stay here, or maybe you bring one hand to the back of your standing leg. Maybe you bring both hands back to your standing leg. Reach that top leg as high as it can go. And then if you have the hands on your standing leg, lower them back down to the ground. And then close that left hip up. So spiral the outer part of your hip down towards the ground. And then flex the toes in towards your shin. And reach the back of your left thigh up towards the ceiling. So knee stays straight, just the toes flex. And on your next exhale, slowly lower that left foot down about 2 of your own foot's lengths away from the front foot. Toes point out on a slight diagonal. Hands just to the front of your front foot. Draw that front hip back, the back hip forward. Even out your hips. And then bring your left hand just in front of your front foot. You can bring it onto a block if your hand can't quite reach the ground. And then inhale the right arm up towards the ceiling. You can look up towards the right fingers. Keep drawing the back hip forward and that front hip back. See if you can scoop that right hip underneath so that the hips stay in one line. Right arm reaches high up towards the ceiling. And your next breath in, keep the arms as they are and carry your torso all the way up. Reach that right hand to the back of the back leg. Left arm comes up. Allow a little back bend here if that feels okay for you. Left arm reaches up, palm faces down. And then exhale, send that left arm all the way back down, right arm all the way up. Use a block or left fingertips to the ground. Breathe in, send that back leg all the way up. Back leg parallel with the mat and in line with the hip. You can gaze towards the ground or look up towards the top fingers if that feels okay. On your next exhale, lower your top foot down towards the back of your mat. Keep a bend in both knees, so front knees bent, back knees bent. Breathe in, right arm back, left arm up. Lift up more through the shoulders, but keep the hips low. And as you exhale, windmill the arms. Bring the back foot parallel to the back edge of your mat. Open your hips up towards the restaurant. Find your warrior 2. Take a look out over your back fingers. Make sure that hand's in line with the shoulder. Send the hips a little bit lower. And bring your left hand to the back of your back leg. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Very little weight in that back hand if it's on the back leg. You can find a half bind if that feels good. On your next out breath, you can windmill the arms forward, frame your front foot, lift your back heel. Send that front foot back to meet the back foot and lower through chaturanga, or modify with your knees to the ground. Inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze towards the front of the mat. As you breathe in, you can start to walk your feet forward. Maybe you take one step, maybe you float the feet forward all the way to meet the hands. Breathe in and halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Breathe in and curl yourself up, one vertebra at a time. Head, neck comes up last. Hands to heart center. Breathe in, arms up. Gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the mat. Shift weight into your left foot. And then inhale the right leg up. Find standing split. You can open that right hip. Reach the top leg as high as it can go. Keep the legs straight. So engage the quadricep muscles on the front of your leg to help extend that knee. So press here, nice. You can challenge your balance, maybe one hand to the back of your standing leg, maybe both hands to the back if you did so on the other side, or you can stay on your blocks. If you have your hands on your leg, you can slowly return them down to the ground. And then close that top hip, so allow the right hip to come down in line with the left. Breathe in, reach the top leg a little bit higher, and then exhale, lower it down about 2 feet distance back behind your front foot, toes on a diagonal. Fold over that front leg. Then bring the right hand just in front of your left foot. Maybe you use the block in front of your left foot, and then inhale the left arm up. Look up towards the left thumb. Plug that left thigh bone into the hip socket. Draw the left hip back slightly, and the back hip forward slightly. Press into my hand. Press, 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 press. Nice. And then press here. Keep the hands as they are, and breathe in to slowly carry yourself all the way up. Reach that left hand to the back of your back leg. Right arm reaches up. Breathe in. You can look up towards the right hand, maybe look up towards the center. And then exhale, swing the arms down. Keep that same line, so right arm down, left arm up. Shift weight into that left foot, and then inhale the back leg up. Right hip stays in line with the left. Engage the back of that right leg to lift it up a little bit more. And keep that back leg long as you exhale. Float the foot down to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, arms stay just as they are. Sweep the left arm back, right arm up. You can bring a bend into both knees. And on your next exhale, you can open your hips up, pivot your back foot down parallel to the back edge of the mat. Arms open up into your warrior two. Engage the muscles on the outside of that front leg to draw the front knee towards the outside edge of your foot a little bit more. Can you sink a little bit lower in your hips? Strong fingers. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. You can stay here, or maybe you find a half bind. If you have the bind, you can release. And as you exhale, frame your front foot. Back heel lifts. Step that front foot back to meet the back foot and come through your vinyasa as you breathe out. Chaturanga or modify with knees to the ground. Baby cobra or up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Gaze to the front of your mat. Start to walk the feet forward. Maybe you hop or float the feet forward, your choice. Inhale to find a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Round the spine, curl yourself up as you breathe in. And exhale, hands through heart center. We'll add on the first little bit with the second little bit and do each side. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Sink the hips, sweep the fingertips. Inhale, Utkatasana, lift the heels. And then exhale, lower your knees down to the ground. Softly, carefully if you can, right hand down. Inhale, sweep the hips up, left arm reaches back. Exhale, hips towards the heel, left arm to the left side. Inhale, hips forward, right arm up. Exhale, lower your hips. Come back to center. Lift your knees as you breathe in. Whoop. Slowly exhale, fold over your legs. Weight into your right foot, hands to the mat. Inhale, left leg up. Keep the hip closed this time. And then exhale, lower your left foot down about 3 of your own foot's distance behind your front foot. Left hand in to the front of your front foot. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale to stay. Inhale, come all the way up. Keep your hands as they are. Back hand to the back leg, reach the front arm up. And then exhale, sweep those arms forward. Left foot to the front of that right foot. And then inhale, back leg up. Exhale, lower that back leg down to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, frame the front foot. Lift the right leg back as you breathe in. Come all the way to 3-legged dog this time. And exhale to bend the knee and open the hip. You can stay here, or maybe you flip your dog and slowly lower that top leg down to the ground behind you. Come onto the balls of both feet as you lift the heart up, the left arm towards me. If you flipped your dog, you can exhale your right hand back down to the mat. Inhale the left leg up and high and come through your vinyasa. Maybe that right leg stays lifted. Maybe you modify with knees to the mat. And come back to downward facing dog. Gaze towards the front of your mat. Inhale to come forward, walk, hop, float the feet forward. Finish your inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, curl yourself up, unraveling the spine, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up to standing. One more time, each side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, heels lift. Exhale, lower the hips towards the heels. Keep the heels lifted. And then lower the knees down. Right hand back. Inhale, left arm up. Hips come forward. Exhale, lower your hips down. Sweep your left arm to the left side. Inhale, hips come forward, chest opens. And exhale, lower your hips down. Inhale, knees lift. And exhale, straighten your legs. Hips come high, fold over your legs. Send weight into your left foot. Inhale, right leg up, standing split. Exhale, lower your right foot down, just a couple feet's distance behind your front. Right hand to the front of your front foot. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale to stay. And then inhale, sweep your arms, your torso all the way up. Back arm comes to the back leg, front arm comes up. And then exhale, sweep the arms forward. Right hand down just to the front of that front foot. Inhale, back leg comes up. Exhale, back foot floats to the back edge of the mat. Bend the front knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step your front foot all the way back, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Exhale to bend your knee and open the hip. Stay here or float your bent knees, foot all the way to the ground behind you. Balls of the feet come to the ground, heels can lift as your right arm sweeps towards the front of the room. On your exhale, lower your left hand down to the mat. Left leg comes high as you breathe in. And exhale, everyone, downward facing dog. Gaze towards the front of your mat. Inhale, hop, step, or float the feet forward. Finish your inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sink the hips, sweep your fingertips, find Utkatasana. Exhale, lower the hips about 1 inch. Inhale, arms lift, chest lifts. Exhale, lower another inch. Inhale, arms lift, chest lift. Debbie loves this. Exhale, 1 more inch. Inhale, chest lifts, arms lift. Exhale, 1 more inch. Should be about parallel, not below. Inhale. Exhale, now just below parallel. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Okay, 1 more just for fun. Oh. And exhale all the way down. No rest yet. Bring the shins.
Straight into Navasana.
Yeah. Bring the shins parallel to the ground. Draw the legs in towards one another. You can hold on to the back of the thighs to help bring your chest forward, reach your shoulders back. Maybe you bring your hands to the outside of your legs. Maybe you straighten your legs if you don't have a dog on your mat. Or if you do. And then exhale, lower halfway. Reach the arms up overhead. Straighten your legs just to hover. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, lower your feet down. Cross your legs. Give yourself a hug. Draw everything in. Round your upper back. Who needs a shower? Release a hold of your legs. One last Navasana. Just for good measure. Shins come parallel to the mat. Draw the legs in. Stay here or straighten your legs. You can stay right here in Navasana. If you want to get crazy one more time, you can open up. Come back up. And then exhale. Hello. Draw everything in. Oh, thank you. Release a hold of your legs. You can scooch yourself forward or back just so you have enough space to come back. We won't go there just yet, but bring the soles of your feet together. And you can bring your feet as close to the groin as is comfortable. Looking to release the inside of the legs, so the muscles we use to draw everything in. Breathe in, lift your chest forward, reach your elbows back. Exhale, hinge at your waist. Lower as far as you can with the spine straight. And then maybe you stop, take a breath in, lengthen out of your pelvis, and then exhale, fold a little deeper. You can use your elbows to gently open up your legs a little bit more. 3 more full, deep breaths. The bottom of your third exhalation, inhale to re-lengthen the spine and come all the way back up. And keep your right foot drawing in towards the inside of your left leg. Your left leg or left foot can come to the outside of your right leg, and then hug your top knee in towards you. Bring your left hand back behind you. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Yeah, if you'd like to come into a bind, you can send your right arm through that little window that was created in your top leg. You can hug the knee in, or maybe you bring the outside of your right tricep to the outside of your left leg. Every time you breathe in, imagine yourself growing taller, more space being created through both sides of your waist. And every time you breathe out, you twist through every part of the spine. The bottom of your exhalation, if you have a bind, you can release, gently unwind. Counter twist on the other side, twist all the way over towards your left or towards your right. And then come back to center. Shift yourself forward, come onto the balls of your feet and swivel all the way around 180 degrees, or 360 degrees rather. So your right leg comes on top. And bring your left arm to the outside of your right leg, right arm behind you. You can hug your top knee in. Maybe you find a bind. If you have a bind, can you roll your right shoulder blade back a little bit more? Send the collarbones forward, the chest forward. Breathe in to grow taller. Breathe out to twist deeper. Bottom of your exhalation, you can release your bind, unwind, gentle counter twist all the way towards your left this time. And release, come forward, uncross your legs. Ensure there's space behind you so you can come back. You can hold on to the back of your thighs and roll yourself all the way down onto your back, vertebra by vertebra. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. You might hold on to your shins. You might rock from side to side if that feels nice. And then reach your hands through the inside of your legs. Take a hold of your big toes, maybe the outside edges of your feet. Then shine the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Draw your knees down towards the outside of your shoulders. If the tailbone lifts up, that's okay. If you prefer to keep it flat, that's also okay. Maybe you pull on one foot, lower that side knee down to the mat. As the other one lifts, maybe you pull on the opposite. Maybe you play with straightening one leg and then the other. Release Your legs back to the center. Release a hold of your feet. Give yourself one last hug of your knees in towards your chest. And then curl up into a tight, tight ball. Lift the shoulders up, lift the head up. Curl up as tight as you possibly can. Squeeze everything in. And then exhale, release it all out. Release your back to the mat, your shoulders, your legs extend. Allow your feet to come mat width apart or wider. Your arms can rest alongside your body. Palms can face up. Maybe you take a moment to shift or shuffle in any way that you need to find the most comfortable position you can find here. Allow yourself to completely surrender into the support beneath you. Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't we take one deep breath in through the nose and let it all out through the mouth. Another deep inhale. And let it all out through the mouth. Slowly begin to bring the awareness back into your body. You can wiggle the fingers and wiggle the toes. Start to rotate in your wrists and ankles, doing so mindfully. Rotate in one direction and then the other. Inhale to bring your arms up to the ground overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip the palms to face away from you, inviting in a full body stretch all the way from your fingers to your toes. You can nod your head from side to side. Bring a bend into your knees. Come to roll onto your preferred side in a side fetal position. Allow for a few sweet moments here for the effects of your practice to assimilate, to permeate your entire being. And when you're ready, with as little effort as possible, make your way up to a comfortable seat. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center, Ujai Mudra, thumbs gently touching your sternum. The invitation here is to call back in any intention you may have set at the beginning. And notice as you call it back in anything that might come up for you, any clarity or understanding, whatever it is that comes in as you invite your intention back in. And know that you can carry it with you throughout the rest of your day, perhaps even longer. Or you can leave it right here on your mat. The choice is yours. So end our practice with one unified Om. Take a deep inhale in through the nose and cleanse out through the mouth. Another inhale for Om. Bow your head towards your hands in honor of your practice. When you're ready, you can slowly rise back up.